Ukraine's Air Force says Russia has carried out yet another aerial barrage across the country overnight, launching more than 60 drones. Now, this comes a day after NATO allies scrambled warplanes, you remember, to shoot down Russian drones that entered Poland's airspace. The UN Security Council will convene an emergency meeting to discuss the escalation, according to the Polish Foreign Ministry. For more on this, we're joined now by CBS News foreign correspondent Ramy Inocencio, who's tracking it all from London. Good morning, Ramy. What more are we learning about the incident and NATO's response?
Errol, yeah, good to see you. NATO spokesman Colonel Martin O'Donnell told CBS News that the past 24 hours have shown that NATO is, quote, incredibly strong and has the ability to defend itself. We know now that Poland is enacting a limited no-fly zone in the east. Its foreign minister is also calling for more U.S. Patriot missile systems, along with what he says is an anti-drone wall. But there is criticism also following NATO's response that it actually could have been much better. I spoke with American war strategist Phillips O'Brien here in the UK.
It's overwhelmingly failure. I mean, first of all, this was a small attack by Russia. The Ukrainians are suffering attacks by 400, 500, 600 Russian systems a day, often shooting down 80–90% of what the Russians are sending. And NATO only shot down 3. By Ukrainian standards, that would be a terrible performance.
And you talked about that UN Security Council emergency meeting coming up. That could happen as soon as tomorrow.
And where do things go from here, Ramy?
Yeah, more talks. NATO, we know, invoked Article 4. That means that ambassador-level representatives are talking over whether Poland's territory or its security was threatened. Now, importantly, Errol, Article 4 is the step before Article 5, and that considers an attack on one member, an attack on all members. But O'Brien told me that NATO will not go there for fear of engaging Russia, specifically without U.S. backing.
If Poland invoked Article 5, then NATO states would have to say, are they going to fight for Poland? And that would be deploying more of their systems to Poland to protect Polish airspace and potentially shoot down Russian drones in large numbers.
What is the benefit for the Kremlin to pull in Poland, to pull in NATO?
Well, what it shows that actually NATO doesn't exist. What the Russians have shown is that the United States is not going to back NATO. It's showing that it can get its equipment over NATO airspace, and NATO can't handle it.
So not so much a test of strength, but a test of its weakness.
Yes.
And to bookend this, NATO's spokesman told CBS News the bloc does have the ability to respond very quickly, and they're very good at it. Errol.
All right, Ramy, a lot of details there. Thank you very much.